Hey, what's up? It's Jeremy Kruis here. Today I am with Bani Logroño. He is also a YouTuber and
documentary filmmaker.
He's also a documentary filmmaker, actually a really big documentary filmmaker.
So last week I went on a trip to Sagada, a small town hidden in the mountains of northern Philippines.
Today I just wanted to ask him to give some tips about how to tell a story in a vlog or in a YouTube video. Yeah, so how do you go about making a vlog into a story? Do you usually have a story in a vlog, or?
When I vlog, I usually do travel videos mostly. You know, travel is really spontaneous. I know someone who it's like their first time in the Philippines and nothing worked out when they got here. Tried making an ube video. You're sitting right there.
Hello.
Yeah, so travel can be really spontaneous. So when it comes to my travel vlogs, you don't want to plan too much, because if something doesn't work out the way you expect it to, you might get too disappointed. So I do have a general outline of the story that I want to make when I'm making a travel vlog, but it's more of like a guideline. Most of the time I just go with the flow. As a beginning point, just a chronological recounting of what happened throughout the trip, but sometimes I like to switch it up. Like the most exciting thing is saved for the end, but it's teased in the beginning. I try to wrap it up with like a theme of what I learned.
Let's say someone's just like starting out YouTubing, or they're wondering how to tell a story like in just like their everyday vlog. What tips would you have for them?
If you're just starting out, the first thing you'd want to think about is figure out who you're making your videos for. Because when you tell a story, obviously if you're telling it to an 8-year-old, you're not going to tell it the same way as you would tell it to, say, like your grandpa or like an adult. So there's different ways of telling stories to make it interesting for different types of audiences. That's one of the first things that I think you should ask yourself. Who's going to watch it? What kind of people do I want to be watching this video? And also, if you're just starting out, if you're not just for YouTube, but just like in general, you should try making different types of videos as well. A lot of people think YouTube, you just gotta do vlogging, but there's like a lot of ways that you can tell a story than just with a vlog. Me personally, I struggle to talk to the camera the way that most vloggers do. I'm an introvert. I can't think on the spot spontaneously as well as other people. I can't show my energy to the camera as well as other people. Like the way I tried to go around that was just like to focus on the actual cinematography, the filmmaking of my vlogs, and just like do voiceover for my videos later on, so I could articulate myself better when I'm actually saying stuff in the video. So it's more like a documentary type of feel rather than a regular vlog.
Do you think having a story arc is important?
Well, basic story arc is like a beginning, middle, and end. In the beginning, you want to establish what the journey is going to be all about. You want to establish the characters, the location, and why the journey is happening, what it's for, what's going to happen. The middle is like all the action that takes place that leads towards the destination that you want to get to. The end is where you actually end up. So it could be where you were planning to go, or it could be like entirely something different. Usually it's better if it's something that you didn't expect.
So is that something you do like in all your videos, or you try to do in all your videos? Really, how is it important to have that in a YouTube video?
Yeah, like stories, one of the most engaging ways to show an idea, to give an idea to another person. As human beings, we're just wired that way to be interested in stories, so I think it's really important that you incorporate that in your videos. For me, like I went to film school, so it's just automatic. Like all my videos have that kind of structure. So the beginning, middle, and end. In the beginning also, like since it's YouTube, it's social media, it's in the internet, you want something exciting too to grab the audience's attention before actually diving into the story.
Let's say there's someone that lives like in Quezon City and they want to make a vlog for the day. What's a way they can incorporate that story arc into their day?
And they're planning to do this regularly, right? Like they're starting a channel. Like,
yeah.
If you're gonna do videos regularly for YouTube, there's like an overall goal that you want to achieve with your videos. Your videos could be about different things, but in the big picture, they're all leading towards that goal. So for example, you could be a student in Quezon City and you're planning to go to one of the best colleges here in the Philippines. So all your videos could be about that mission to getting to your dream college.
I think one thing it's hard for me sometimes, because well, I realized before when I was doing daily vlogs, it was just kind of like, hey, I'm doing this today, then I'm doing this,
Yeah,
I'm doing that. And so now what I'm trying to incorporate more is like that story arc. And so I'm trying to figure out ways to do that like daily, you know. Yeah, so maybe it's, I have to document my journey as a filmmaker, or
I think that'd be easier too, since like if you're doing it for a long time, you could get burned out, run out of ideas. But if you have like a central goal that you're going towards, it'll make it a little bit easier. So like going back to the student planning to go to his dream college, you could be interviewing people who went to that college for one day. You could give out tips for taking the test that he's about to take, what he did to plan for that test, and his thoughts after he took that test.
Yeah, so basically it's like you have to figure out your long-term goals, and your channel can kind of show that journey towards your goal, I guess. What journey do you show in your YouTube videos?
Okay, so my channel is like really, if you look at it from when I started the channel to what it is now, there's like a lot of stuff happening. I initially started my channel because when I was in high school, I was into breakdancing. So it's kind of like you mentioned earlier that you got into making videos because you were skateboarding, and that's how you became a filmmaker. I'm kind of like the same way. Like I like to shoot myself and my friends dancing, so that's how I kind of got into filmmaking, and that's what my first videos on my YouTube channel are, just like breakdance tutorials, my friends just dancing. And then eventually, like just skipping forward a few years, eventually like vlogs became popular, so I wanted to try it out. I started vlogging too, and then eventually, like I said, I came up with my own style of vlogging, just doing voiceover, so it's more comfortable for me to make the videos. The channel is just about me as a person in general, like what are my interests at the moment, and I just shoot that. So right now I'm interested in making more short films and documentaries. My content is more of that. My travel videos are kind of like documentaries in a way, and then I'm trying to do short film kind of game with my YouTuber friends. So that's the content that I'm putting out right now on my channel.
I hope you guys learned something from Bani, and I hope you're inspired to start your YouTube journey or improve the videos that you're currently making by telling stories in them. So again, to recap, first tip was
know who you're making your videos for. How you tell a story to one group of audience could be different for another group of audience, so that's really important to know.
Second one was
know the basic story structure, beginning, middle, and end. The beginning consists of establishing the characters, the location, and what your journey is going to be about. The middle is about all the things that are going to happen that leads up to the end, and the end is where you actually end up. It could be where you were planning to go or something entirely different.
And the third one was,
in order to incorporate a story into your videos easier and consistently, if you're going to do this in the long term, try to have an overall goal that is going to be incorporated into all your videos. All your videos could be about different things, but in the big picture, they're all about reaching that singular mission that you have.
Awesome. All right, thanks so much, Bani, for giving us those tips. And yeah, make sure to check out his channel. I'll link it in the ending annotations. And yeah, if you like this video and if it helped, make sure to leave it a thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoy watching my videos. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.